Hi, my name is Dr. Lucy Donlan. I'm one of the GPs here at West Gorton Medical Centre, and today I wanted to tell you about a new project that we're working on into adverse childhood experiences, or ACES. An adverse childhood experience is a stressful or traumatic event that a person experiences before they turn 18. These are incredibly common, and we're looking at screening for these adverse childhood experiences here at West Gorton Medical Centre. I believe that screening for these adverse childhood experiences is a way that we can really identify those families and patients who have the greatest need and put in place the support that is needed for these families. We know that having a secure and loving environment, or a caregiver that looks after the child, can have a real effect of reducing the stress for the children of these ACEs. However, with repeated exposure to these experiences, a child can develop persistent stress, and we can call that toxic stress. And this is when it can cause problems for the child's hormones and brains. As we know, this toxic stress can lead to problems in childhood and adolescence, but also on into adult life. And if we find these issues early and input the support in place, I think hopefully we can then help our children and adolescents to flourish into happy, healthy adulthood. As mentioned before, repeated exposure to these stressful experiences in childhood can lead to persistent release of our stress hormones. So we all know if we get anxious or worried that we get a release of these hormones, particularly one we know called cortisol. When children are exposed to these repeated stress, they get a repeated release of these hormones, and that can lead to problems with their sleep. It can lead to problems with their learning because their brains struggle to develop normally with this repeated stress. And then we know that into adulthood, this can lead to increased risk of illnesses such as heart disease, COPD and cancers. The simple measures that you can put in place to reduce the stress of these adverse childhood experiences, or ACEs, are to sleep well. And we know that exercising well can also help you to sleep well. And we have our exercise group class here at West Gorton. We know that eating well also helps to reduce the stress. And we also do our healthy lifestyle group on Tuesdays here at West Gorton. And also Be Well can help with both exercise and eating well. The next thing that can help is mindfulness or meditation. And we hope to run some mindfulness meditation sessions here at West Gorton for any adult patients who may feel that they can benefit from this. Our overall aim is to have an ACE score, or an adverse childhood experience score, for all of our patients at West Gorton. We don't ask them to tell us which specific adverse childhood experiences they experienced as a child or maybe experiencing now as a family, but we ask them to tell us their score. The aim then will be to put in place any help or additional support for those families who may currently be suffering from lots of these adverse childhood experiences or undergoing any stress with any of the ACEs that they're suffering from. We have a service called Be Well that can support adult patients with improving their lifestyle, so exercise advice, dietary advice. They can also help with benefits, anyone who may need help with food banks. We can then step it up if necessary for individuals and families who are having further problems to our focused care worker, Juliet.
I'm Juliet, I'm a focused care practitioner. I'm based at Gorton and West Gorton medical centres, and I support our patients to access healthcare and universal services.
Hi, my name's Leslie. I'm the office manager at West Gorton Medical Centre. In terms of Juliet, our focused care support worker, I would like to share with you some feedback that we have had from families that Juliet and ourselves at the surgery have helped, and the comments that we've received back has been absolutely brilliant. I would have adopted her. She's one of the nicest women I have ever met. I have nothing bad to say. Juliet was a brilliant support before, during and after the most difficult time of my life, and she supported me through it.
Juliet will work with individuals and families to have more intensive support. She can provide home visits. She can help our patients access their outpatient appointments or any other appointments that they may need to attend, such as court appearances or benefits medicals. We will then also have access to our mental health services, so any adult patients who feel that they may have suffered from these adverse childhood experiences in their childhood, who need additional support, can see the GPs here and we can refer them into the mental health services. If there are families who are suffering with and require more support and are suffering from the experiences they are having, we can use Juliet. The next level would be something called the Early Help Assessment Hub. That has health visitors, it has access to housing workers, to mental health workers, and they can really input quite intensive support for those families. Here at West Gorton, we believe that the children of West Gorton are all of our future, and we are passionate at ensuring that they all get the right support and help to stay happy and healthy.